Let's make a brownie parfait. You will need whipped cream, brownies cut into small squares about 1 inch to 1/2 inch, ganache. Alright, let's make our whipped cream. You will need 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Pour into the bowl of a stand mixer that has been chilled with a whisk attachment that has also been chilled. You want them both to be very cold so that more air will incorporate into the cream. Turn it on to about a 3 or a 4 to get it foamy. We will be adding sugar and vanilla in just a minute, but first you want to make sure that it is foamy and so that the sugar will dissolve better. Alright, once it starts to get bubbly and have some air incorporated into it, you can take 2 tablespoons of sugar and add into the cream. Watch out for the whisk. Now, take about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of vanilla and pour in. If your whisk is moving, you will see that it will splatter all over the bowl. That's fine. You probably don't need a full teaspoon and a half. Keep mixing on 4 to 5 until the mixture has thickened greatly. You can see the trail in the cream from the whisk. This is starting to get close to where you want it to be. You can stop it and check to see if it is at a stiff peak. This is closer to a soft peak and it's not quite where we want it for the parfait. This would be good if mixed with berries. Continue mixing until it has thickened up a little bit more. The whole process took me about 16 to 18 minutes from start to finish. When it looks like it's gotten thicker, go ahead and stir it around to make sure the sugar is mixed in at the bottom and see if you get your strong peak. I stirred around a little more with the whisk to make sure that it stuck to the whisk when I pulled it out. And there you can see we have a stiff peak. To make the ganache, you'll need 1 cup of hot, heavy whipping cream mixed in to 1½ cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. First, you need to just pour the cream in and let it sit for 2 minutes. Once the 2 minutes are up, you can bring a whisk in and start to stir it. At first, it'll be kind of runny and clumpy, but as you go, it'll thicken out, and the chocolate will melt more and more. Just keep stirring until all the chocolate is melted and you have a nice thick ganache that looks like a deep dark chocolate. You want to make sure it drizzles pretty well. If it does not, you can add a little bit more chocolate to make it a little thicker. As it cools, it will set up a little bit more. Alright, let's make our parfait. Take some brownies, about 3 squares, and put it in the bottom of the cup. Then take ganache and cover them. Then you will add a layer of whipped cream to the top. Make it a generous amount so that you have plenty of whipped cream in each parfait. Now take 2 to 3 more chunks of brownies and place into the cup. The more brownie, the better. Doesn't that look good already? Now take about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of ganache and cover the brownies. I like to make it try to drip down the sides so that you can see it on the cup. When the ganache is fully covering everything, take another dollop of whipped cream and cover it all up. Now for a finishing touch, you can drizzle a little bit more ganache over the top just to make it look pretty. Now cool in the refrigerator for a couple hours and you are ready to go.